After an ugly loss in Austin, the question was, how would Lance Leipold's Jayhawks respond?
They responded with a statement.
A statement with scores.
A statement with sacks.
Meanwhile, the reigning Big 12 champs have hit a bumpy road.
We're not where we need to be, and that's my job to get us to where we need to be.
As the going gets tough, can the Cats get going?
It's on me. I gotta be better, and my promise is that I'm gonna work my tail off to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
And if football isn't keeping you busy enough, there are hoops in the near future.
The Jayhawks might have some work to do.
I promise you we'll play a lot better.
A late night, a good cause.
Every hat that's purchased, basically we donate 1 pound of ground beef.
A dominant win.
I knew it was going to be a good day for us.
And a few trips down memory lane.
So many fans recognize what my accomplishments meant here to the University of Kansas.
Cool to call yourself a former Wildcat.
You can see progress.
K-Nation starts now.
K-Nation, sponsored by 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
Tonight on K-Nation, we know it's a late night. It was on Friday, too.
That's right.
Late night in the Fog gave fans a sneak peek at basketball season. And we've got it here, too, in case you couldn't make it.
Plus, we're catching up with an old friend in an exclusive interview. Ty Zimmerman, the old Wildcat, tells us about his record-setting time at K-State and what he's up to now.
And Saturday was a special day in Lawrence. 2 Jayhawks are cemented as one of the best in the football Ring of Honor. They tell us about laying the foundation, how they like this year's team, and about a screw in your toe.
A what?
Yeah, we're going to get to that. We're actually going to start with that game. Welcome to K-Nation. I'm Lainey Gerber.
And I'm Glenn Kinley. We're going to get to what was a not-so-fun game in Stillwater, but we got to start in Lawrence. You mentioned it was an exciting day because of the Ring of Honor stuff. But also the Jayhawks look really, really good.
Yeah, you get a win. What's not to love? It was a true test of how do you respond after that disheartening loss in Texas.
Yeah, definitely. They responded pretty well.
Yeah, with UCF in town, and they had some icy helmets, and those are distracting when they look that good. Jason Bean getting his second straight start. No sign of Jalen Daniels yesterday, but the Hawks didn't need him. Bean throws just 12 passes. This was a game that was definitely won on the ground. Devin Neal fired up after a big run earlier. Hawks run the ball 51 times for 399 yards.
99. That's
should have added 1 more yard.
They should have got that extra yard.
Just run the dang ball, as they say. A yard shy of 4 Bills, 5 rushing touchdowns. Offensive line imposes its will. Devin Neal with 154 yards after a season-low 44 against Texas. Neal, Daniel Highshaw, Dylan McDuffie. It's a scary running back.
Good luck tackling him.
He kind of repels contact because no one can really tackle him. So it's just really cool to see him, not go down and, you just see people fly when he's it's like he has like a force field around him. It's just defense is more scared to tackle me when they see number 20 in the game and just plowing over everyone. I think we complement each other so well, and you just see a glimpse of that today, and I just think it was a really special performance from all of us.
And that's Devin Neal talking about his partner in crime, Daniel Highshaw, of course. Just a special performance by some special backs for KU yesterday. How about this from some special teams? 9 years in the making, punt return touchdown, Trevor Wilson, house call. Hasn't happened in nearly a decade for the Hawks. Lance Leipold said that phase of the game, the special teams, really needed to step up, make some plays. Boy, did it do just that. It makes what was a scary game or a daunting game after that discouraging loss look like really a piece of cake. They took care of business.
This is a really good bounce back for us, for this program, and I was, I had my concerns, to be quite honest, that I didn't know how we could handle that because of last week, being disappointing in so many different ways. That to see us do that today I'm really proud of them.
The game also featured 2 Ring of Honor inductees, like we said, Tony Sands and Nick Reid. We have exclusive interviews with those 2 later on in the show.
A couple of legends. KU, they're well coached because they took that blueprint that we kind of saw in Manhattan a few weeks ago when DJ Giddens had, 230 rushing yards, and they said, I think we can run the ball on these guys.
Rushing in this conference works. Let's do it.
Yeah, UCF really isn't a great tackling team, and Daniel Highshaw, Devin Neal, those guys aren't easy to tackle for anybody. So if you're not a good tackling team, good luck.
Yeah, it was funny watching Daniel Highshaw just kind of run into guys. He is not
it's
afraid
like he's going to do what he wants and get out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, it was a weekend to remember for the Jayhawks, a weekend to forget for the Wildcats. Not great stuff. down in Stillwater for K-State.
No, there's firing on all cylinders, and there's how K-State played in Stillwater. Pretty different.
It wasn't pretty. A Friday night matchup most Cats fans were happy to be at high school games for, but there was one great highlight at least. Let's check this one out. Will Howard turn on the Jets. A 70-yard designed run. The guy's got a need for speed down the sideline. He nearly got into the end zone. Stopped at the 1. It led to a touchdown pass here to Ben Sinnott. Other than that, oh man, not much to get excited about. Here's how the first half summary played out for K-State. 3 and out, interception, 3 and out, then the touchdown, and a punt, and a pick six, and then a punt. The offense just couldn't click in this one. Just not the team we've gotten used to seeing in purple on Fridays and Saturdays. I was going to say Saturdays, but also on Fridays. Maybe that was the problem. The Wildcats did make it interesting down the stretch. Pull within 8 in the fourth quarter, but another interception. Then a turnover on downs. Howard throws 3 picks in this one. 2 words: frustration, disappointment sum up the mood after this one.
Don't create any turnovers on defense, so it's not like we're getting any short fields for our offense. We give up too many chunk plays on defense, and we're not getting enough explosive plays on offense. And it starts with me, and it starts with our coaching staff. We've got to be better for these kids.
We didn't play well, and I didn't play well. And I'm going to own every bit of that because I didn't play well enough for us to win. And I made way too many mistakes, and can't say much other than that.
Well, a frustrating loss for sure. They take ownership. They're going to flush it and move on. We're also going to move on now. Let's talk about soccer, Lainey.
Definitely. Usually we jump to volleyball, but we're going to jump to soccer first. K-State beats Houston 1-0, and that is head coach Mike DeBeanie's 300th career win. What a milestone to get to. 35 at K-State with stops at Kansas Wesleyan and Cal Poly. The Wildcats are 3-8-3 now. Not as fun for Kansas soccer. A close 1-0 loss at number 23 TCU, and then a 2-0 loss at home to Houston. The Hawks are 3-6-6.
All right, now we got the volleyball talk for you. Big win for K-State on the road at number 18 Baylor. A 5-set victory over the Bears. Then they dropped the next one 3-1. The Wildcats still got the winning record 9-6.
They needed that one. That's a good one.
Kansas volleyball has been hot, but about as tough as you can get in the conference this weekend. They had some tough games. The road at number 8 Texas, give them a run in the first one, losing 3-1. Then they're swept in the second one, 3-0. The Jayhawks still 12-4 though. Nothing to complain about.
No. Well, how about some women's basketball preseason Big 12 awards? KU center Tiana Jackson and K-State's Gabby Gregory are both unanimously making the first team this year. KU guard Zakiya Franklin and K-State center Ayoka Lee make the first team also. KU guard Holly Kerskeeter and K-State guard Serena Sundell make it as honorable mentions. KU ranked 3rd in the conference this preseason. The Wildcats are 4th. This is going to be
It's going to be so much fun.
Sunflower Showdown is going to be wild.
I think they're both going to be really good teams. All right, our good friend of the program, Chandler Gibbons. Well, he broke Jim Ryan's 5K record in the spring. We told you about that. This week, more honors. He's named the National Runner of the Week by the U.S. Track and Field Coaches Association. I think I didn't even say it right. It's a long name. But he did win a race, an 8K, running about 4:38 mile pace for 5 miles. Pretty fast.
Personal best for him.
Hey, don't go anywhere. More K-Nation coming your way after the break. A sit down with an old friend who's now in Junction City. It's Ty Zimmerman. That's coming up.
But first, these Cats are using NIL to benefit their community. How the famous K-State beef is now helping fight food insecurity.
2023 Country Stampede was a blast, and now is the time to renew tickets and camping for Country Stampede 2024. Call 785-539-2222. That's 785-539-2222. More Country Stampede announcements coming soon.
Because McCright Plaza has been family-owned and operated since 1975, we are able to make decisions that keep you independent and in the game.
Get a game plan and join the winning team at McCright Plaza.
Furnish is a boutique furniture and lifestyle store in the heart of downtown Manhattan. We are your local destination for all of those big city brands. Whether you need furniture, home decor, or a unique gift, we have what you're looking for.
Hi, Clay Sherwood here with Frank and Dean, the CEOs of Cute.
And they want to make sure that you live your best pool life by keeping your pool clear with Pool Life chemicals. Let swims and sweeps keep you cool this summer.
Jungle House has moved, and we would love to show you around our new digs. Bring a new friend to school with you that will add life to your dorm room or apartment. We have plans for all. Find us at our new location, 6 East 7th Street, Lawrence, Kansas.
Whether you're heading to the office or kicking up dust on country roads, Lewis Toyota has the right vehicle to fit all your needs. We love all that Kansas has to offer. Lewis Toyota is proud to be part of this community.
2023 Country Stampede was a blast, and now is the time to renew tickets and camping for Country Stampede 2024. Call 785-539-2222. That's 785-539-2222. More Country Stampede announcements coming soon.
Welcome back to K-Nation. Friday night we had the high school football. We also had Cats and Cowboys. Maybe one of the coolest nights of the year, though. Well, there was a lot more excitement.
There was. Welcome to K-Nation, as we always say. Welcome to My House is a song by Flo Rida. He was in the building as KU basketball hosted late night in the fog. The annual preseason pep assemblies we all probably know. 100 times cooler, though. Thousands of Jayhawk fans and students piled into Allen Fieldhouse for a night of hoops, scrimmages, introductions, games, prizes. Flo Rida, the headliner, performed. The scrimmage is more for students to get a taste of the teams than it is actual competition, as we know. We don't want to hurt anyone.
Right.
But the Hawks did look a little sloppy, according to Bill Self. He was half joking, half serious about his team's performance.
I've already had ex-players FaceTime me and say, "Are you kidding me?" Christian Brown said, "I wish I could be at practice on Sunday." He said, "Because you're going to kill them, aren't you?" And the answer is yes. We look bad, and I promise you we'll play a lot better than that.
The answer is yes.
Bill Self is...
Yeah. He's so funny. Later this month, just 3 weeks from today, KU men's basketball will play Illinois in a preseason exhibition, and we will have college basketball.
They're not going to let
again.
that practice open to the media, I don't think.
No. It's not all negative news, though, for K-State football this week. A group of Wildcats are giving back to the community with an NIL deal.
Yeah, it's the offensive line, which has become a fan favorite bunch, and it's a group of guys who all decided to come back for one more year with the motto, "Bring back the beef." Now they're selling hats, but not just any hats, K-State beef hats, and a portion of the proceeds being used to support local food shelters. I asked K-State starting center Hayden Gillum about these efforts.
Before the UCF game on Friday morning, we went and dropped off the first 300 pounds, but we're kind of doing incrementally because the food banks have to hand it out, and then we'll restock them when they're needed again. But, you know, the hats and the beef kind of came along, but we wanted a way to be able to help the community. It's kind of special how much support our group's got, and Manhattan's such an amazing town that's had an impact on so many of us. So it was neat that we had a way that people could support us as well as us be able to give back to our community.
If you want a beef hat yourself, you can get one. We'll put a story up about this initiative, and we'll put the link to buy the hats in the story at KSNT.com.
Well, stick around. It's time to talk records. Former Wildcat Ty Zimmerman joins K-Nation for an exclusive interview about his record-setting time as a Wildcat and what he's been up to since then.
Manhattan Area Technical College will help you build a foundation for your college career, like transferable credits offered in your high school, earning your high school diploma through GED completion on our campus. Break through to a new career. Manhattan Tech, providing higher education.
Do you struggle understanding conversation on the telephone? This month, all new patients receive a free caption telephone. Call to reserve your consultation with New Sound because we care.
Protect your home from sudden power outages with a Generac home standby generator installed by Shockwave Electric's certified experts. Call Shockwave Electric for all your commercial and residential electrical services.
Memories are created every day, and those memories can make a house feel like a home. The children's height changing over the years, the hundreds of backyard barbecues, and, much to Mom's dismay, that time Petey unrolled an entire roll of toilet paper. Any agent can help sell a home, but a realtor can do more. Find homes for sale in Northeast Kansas and a Sunflower Association Realtor member that's right for you at sunflowerrealtors.com.
Fidelity Bank is celebrating 100 years, empowering customers since 1922.
Our size is a real benefit to us. We're a big enough bank to take care of large customers, but we're still a small local bank, and that makes us flexible to be able to put loans together for folks quickly and be responsive to their needs.
Fidelity Bank, we do business
business right here at home.
Manhattan Area Technical College will help you break through to a high-paying career by empowering you in high-demand fields. Let Manhattan Tech help you break through to a new career. Manhattan Area Technical College, providing higher education.
Welcome back to K-Nation. Now, there have been plenty of grades to pass through K-State football, but there's been only one four-time all-conference selection
It's
there.
Ty Zimmerman. He grew up just down the road from Manhattan in Junction City in our own land, and Reinhardt caught up with him for a one-on-one interview.
Ty, thanks for joining me. I guess I should say Coach Zimmerman now. We'll just jump right into the K-State stuff. You led the team out of the locker room against UCF. For them to call you back in, how cool was that moment?
Oh, man, I felt blessed to be a part of that. That staff is so welcoming to former players. I mean, coaches that weren't there when I was there coming up, hey, so good to have you back. And some of the support staff is still there, some of the training staff, so it's good to see some familiar faces. But I even had a former teammate of mine, Darrell Childs, text me and, hey, I saw you on the big screen, and he was there at the game. Totally different atmosphere, I feel like, over there with the fans and the new facilities and all that, so it was fun to be a part of.
So you were there with Snyder, and you mentioned family. That was a big key for him, was family during his tenure. To know that you're getting hit up with that family aspect, to know that that's still instilled at K-State, how cool is that to see? Yeah,
it's cool because, you know, Klieman still has the structure and the discipline, but you can really see how well he connects with the players, and so it's cool to see some of that culture and tradition from Snyder kind of carry over. And then BJ Finney was actually one that hit me up because he works with Aaron Fund and gets former players connected. So it's just cool to see, again, some of those connections from 10 years ago still there, and to get to be a part of something special.
How much has changed in that time?
I mean, everything. I think Gene Taylor's doing a remarkable job of just putting people in the right place. I can't imagine coming out as a recruit now. I mean, with the NIL, the transfer portal, I mean, all colleges are doing it so they can keep up. But I was even telling one of the guys when we were walking into the tunnel, we looked off and there's a waterfall into a cold tub. And I'm like, man, I would actually enjoy going into a cold tub if that's what we had then. But, I mean, I think some of the players don't even understand how good they have a barbershop in there and the nutrition. I think when I was there, NCAA still had a lot of restrictions on what they could give you, so we had like bagels and peanut butter. And now they have like protein shake bars. And it was just a totally different world, and good for them. It's fun. You know, some of the former players that I still talk to, it's fun to feel like, hey, we had a little bit of a part of that, you know, going to the bowl games, bringing some media money into the university, and of course they've done a lot of fundraising, but real cool, not just for football, but to see it carry over to, you know, volleyball center and the rowing and the soccer and all that kind of stuff kind of take off. Cool to call yourself a former Wildcat.
A coach here at Junction City now, an assistant coach. We were talking beforehand about feeling angsty on Friday nights still. When you're in the tunnel getting ready to lead them out, are you like, man, I wish I could throw the pads on right now?
Yeah, not as much as a player. I enjoy coaching, but nothing compares to actually strapping it up. The fun part for me now is, you know, I was even telling the guys, like, hey, my career's done. I can't do anything, but I can help give you those experiences that I had, you know, as a high schooler, you know, into college. And a lot of these kids, especially here in Junction, haven't been able to experience something like that. And so trying to open their eyes and see, like, hey, it's much bigger than just yourself, just here in this community. There's a big world out there, a lot of cool experiences waiting for you.
One Blue Jay that is getting experience right now, DJ Giddens, is,
oh man,
he's a blast to watch, but we're calling him the Kawhi Leonard because he's quiet, he doesn't like to make a scene, but he'll run through you. As a Blue Jay and a K-Stater yourself, what have you seen from him that you like?
Yeah, man, it's so fun watching him get some success. It's funny you say that about Kawhi Leonard, because when he was in high school, the longest time I thought, man, does this kid not like me or something? Like, I'm not getting any feedback, no smiles, no nothing. But it's so fun to watch. I mean, we saw it right away his freshman year when he was here. And this kid is special. I don't think he understood how good he could be. He was probably hitting 3 or 4 gears. He had another 6 or 7 that he hadn't hit yet. At the Division I football level, nobody realizes how competitive it is. And I think when you get to that level, you're either gonna get left behind or it's gonna pull that potential out of you. And so to see DJ kind of rise to the occasion, to see, you know, that kind of environment challenge him and pull that potential out of him has been a lot of fun. You know, not just from a former coach or a coach perspective, but from, you know, just hometown Junction kid, seeing a kid like that get success. He wasn't highly recruited out of high school, but man, to see him perform well and get some success has been a lot of fun.
All right, well, you answered my follow-up, so we'll end it there. I know we don't got all day. So, Ty, thank you for joining me, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thanks so much, man. Thanks for having me.
Well, stick around. After the break on K-Nation, we've got a couple more local legends. Nick Reid and Tony Sands join us for exclusive one-on-one interviews. Don't go anywhere.
Jefferson's is the perfect spot to watch the game. Come try our new Loaded Macs, or pull up a seat at the bar and match our cold draft beer with our new Mac Burger. Find us at 29th and Wanamaker in Topeka or online at jeffersons.com.
See that kind gentleman over there? He's fixing my windshield. What happened to your windshield? A rock chipped it, and Topeka Auto Glass is repairing the chips so that I don't have to replace the whole windshield.
That had to save you a lot of money.
It did. And they called ahead so I knew when they were coming.
Finally, a company that cares about my time.
Oops.
Hi, this is Voice of the Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you will be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. For 24/7 non-judgmental support, just call, text, or chat 988.
Growing the market for Kansas-made E15 is a win-win for Kansans. What's E15? It's fuel with 15% ethanol compared to the usual 10% in regular unleaded. E15 is more affordable, has better performance, and runs cleaner than regular unleaded, meaning Kansas drivers can go further for less. From helping Kansas farm families by stabilizing grain prices, helping Kansas become more energy independent, and adding more than 4,000 jobs in Kansas, more of our money stays right here at home because of ethanol. Visit fueledbykansas.com to find a station near you.
Jefferson's is the perfect spot to watch the game. Come try our new Loaded Macs, or pull up a seat at the bar and match our cold draft beer with our new Mac Burger. Find us at 29th and Wanamaker in Topeka or online at jeffersons.com.
Welcome back. Yesterday, Tony Sands and Nick Reid had their names etched into Jayhawk history. Lainey, they're now in the KU football Ring of Honor.
Yeah, I had the honor of catching up with these two forever Jayhawks to talk about their time in Lawrence and how life is now with that blue jacket on. All right, Nick, so how is it just being back at KU? You're going to have your name in the Ring of Honor. Did you ever think that your career was going to take you back here?
No, not in this capacity. I mean, it's always fun to come back and take in games and check it out, but not to see my name unveiled on the wall as part of the Ring of Honor.
And you mentioned you're a season ticket holder, but how is this game different from others that you've been at watching with your family?
Oh, yeah, it's obviously the greatest accomplishment of my life. So to be able to have my family here and my friends here come in from all over the country to be a part of it's definitely special, and I'm just trying to enjoy it and take it all in and, you know, make the memory of it.
And you played for a great KU coach. What do you think of Lance Leipold here now?
Yeah, Mark Mangino was fantastic. Loved having him as a coach, great guy. Lance honestly reminds me a lot of Coach Mangino. The toughness, the no BS attitude, you know, just the way he's built the program up, it's been fun to watch.
And Mark mentioned there's a game when a screw came out of your toe. Can you walk us through that and why you didn't stay out of that game?
So I broke my ankle, and it was before the bowl game, and I got screws put in it so I could play in the bowl game, and then it started backing its way out, and then ultimately got it removed after the game. But I never wanted to be the guy that came off for injury. I never wanted to be the guy that let his teammates down because he couldn't go. So I figure, you know, that the pain's a little temporary and just grind through it.
Yeah, there are a lot of guys on this team now who also have that same mentality. What was it like seeing them get back to a bowl game last year?
Oh, it's awesome. It's been a long time coming. So to see us back where I thought we should be and where we're getting to, it's just been a lot of fun. It's been a fun ride.
And when you hear about how they're getting a new stadium, they got a new weight room and locker room, how long do you think that this team has been waiting for that sort of stuff?
Oh, forever. I mean, I'm 20 years removed, and we've needed upgrades forever. So the fact that they're finally doing it, we're getting the support, we're getting the funding, we're getting the things that we need. It's going to help with recruiting. It's just going to help everything across the board.
And you're a Kansas guy, you're a quarterback, ended up being a linebacker. What's your advice to kids who want to play in college, even if it's at a position that they're not used to playing at?
Yeah, be open. Be open. Give 100% effort. Give your best. It doesn't take a lot of skill to give effort. Just give great effort and those things show up. And then when you get your opportunity, you got to be ready.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Awesome. What's it like being back at KU and your name is going to be in this Ring of Honor?
I've come in this stadium many times, whether when I played or when I didn't play. But every time I came up, I looked amongst the greats that are up here. And I wondered, would I ever come in the stadium and see my name here while I'm living. I'm able to walk in this day and look amongst the great and see my name go up on that ring. So it means the world to me. It means the world to me that so many athletes, my family, so many family members, so many fans recognized what my accomplishments meant here to the University of Kansas.
What do you think your emotions are going to feel like when the blue tarp comes off and you actually get to see your name up there?
It's probably going to bring tears to my eyes because, like I said, I bleed the blue. I bleed the blue. And I meant that from the day that I walked on here, that I want to see this university amongst the greats. And Coach Lance is putting our name amongst the greats here at the University of Kansas.
And obviously you had a great career. You're a great running back. What do you think of KU's running back room this year with Devin Neal and Daniel Highshaw and other guys?
Listen, I love watching them. I love watching those guys. Sometimes I'm sitting at home and I'm critiquing them. Okay, God, you could have cut that way. But listen, I love what those guys are doing. Those guys are hard runners, and those guys want to see the success of the University of Kansas, and they understand each and every run that they do depends on the lifeline of the success at the University of Kansas.
What does it mean to know that you're one of the players that set that foundation for all of this success?
That's special because I gave a speech last year to the team, and the one thing I said, make sure that you leave the University of Kansas, but when you leave, make sure you leave and say, I laid a brick here. So every time they lay a brick here at the University of Kansas, I can say I was part of that foundation that built the house here at the University of Kansas.
Perfect, Tony. I love it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
A couple of Jayhawk legends. When Tony was tearing up, we weren't crying.
There might have been a little bit of tears in the room.
If you were crying, we were, but if you weren't, we weren't either.
Yeah.
All right, stick with us. More K-Nation comes your way after a quick timeout.
Your independence is important to you, and it's important to our team. You've been training for this moment all year. It's time to get off the bench.
Come join the McCrite team, for it's your time to shine.
Batter up at Play It Again Sports. We offer an extensive selection of new and used baseball and softball equipment from Wilson, Easton, Rawlings, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, String King, Dudley, Mizuno, Marucci, and Nakona. We have custom uniforms. Try before you buy with our indoor batting cage. Bring in your quality used gear to save even more by trading in and trading up or get cash on the spot. We are buying all day, every day. Play It Again Sports, 21st and Fairlawn in the Fairlawn Plaza Mall.
Meaningful relationships built upon trust is a founding principle of the Trust Company. We help individuals and businesses create tailored financial plans and diversified investment strategies that adapt over time to your unique needs. Because we are independent, we can offer flexibility and creativity that many advisors and trust departments can't. If you aren't sure where to start or you're looking to make a fresh start, contact us today for a free consultation.
Come on home to West Loop and Manhattan's West Side.
Family and implant dentistry. We cater to cowards.
Stop by McDonald's in West Loop for a quick treat or an entire meal.
Salon One and Spa, where you're not just a number, you're family.
Visit some old friends, discover some new. Come home to West Loop and Manhattan's West Side.
Lenny, let's talk sports betting.
Absolutely.
All right, KU demolishes the line against UCF. The Cats don't cover on the road because they didn't win that game, but let's take a look at this week.
Yeah, the Wildcats as 1-point underdogs at Texas Tech. The Jayhawks early favorites at 3.5 in Stillwater. These lines are from Caesars Sportsbook.
All right.
Some crazy lines to work with.
And as always, we're just hoping that everybody has fun.
And stays healthy.
Have fun, stay healthy, and thanks for watching K-Nation.
We'll see you next week. Have a good night.
You're going to give up some RPOs, but you got to tackle the guys. And we just, once again, we just didn't do that. We've got to be better, and we've got to be better as coach.
I'm glad that I'm here because you can see progress. You can see people working together, everybody on the same page.